presentation today. All right, you guys, we're at the top of the hour, so we're going to go ahead and get our party started. Again, thank you all so very much for joining us on our MoveQuest global presentation. My name is your Queen Connectress, and I am your humble hostess for today. Hello, Rosario. I see you, sir. I am your humble hostess for today. It is my honor to introduce you all to a man that for over 25 years dominated the direct sales industry. His cryptocurrency education is used by companies and universities worldwide. For over 8 years, he dedicated his life to learning about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, but he didn't just stop there. He decided to go out, share his information with the masses, and he did this by putting on fun and exciting Bitcoin boot camps nationwide at no cost. He has built thriving communities and wonderful platforms like you see before you now. So without further ado, it is my honor to introduce you all to Mr. Brandon Ivey.
All right. Thank you, Miss Casa, for that introduction and being our hostess. Happy Monday morning, everybody. This is the beginning of a new week and the last week of Thanksgiving or November and leading up to Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Go ahead and you already did this. Marnita just introduced all of you guys. So welcome. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. To be giving financial advice, I share information for entertainment, training, and educational purposes only. And it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. I mean, we've been having an historic last week or two where the crypto market has been exploding. The price of Bitcoin is touching on that $100,000 mark. We just finished our Inner Circle Crypto Talk where we talked about the very first commercial purchase of Bitcoin was $10,000 done on May. I had to write this down. I forgot the exact date. May 22nd, 2010 for 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas. The value was like $41 at the time. Do you know how much that is worth today? That is almost $1 billion today, which meant those who were early mining Bitcoin and accumulating it and understood long-term value made it very good. What if I told you have another opportunity? I can't promise or guarantee it's as big as that because it's not like that, but to be at the beginning of something that has had one of the most successful launches that I've ever seen in crypto. And I've been in crypto for the last 8 years. I own my own crypto education company and I've seen it all, but I have never seen a project like this, a project that launched July 22nd, literally almost 4 months ago. A project that its token launched at $1 and is now worth more than $20 a coin. A project that has more than $15 million has been, I don't want to use the word paid out, but the ability for people to sell their tokens and cash out to the tune of $15 million. 100% of every single person involved is able to take their rewards and sell them if they want to cash them out or hold them or transfer them. I've never been a project where it's 100% winning, not based on speculation, but based on the past. A project that is not promising to change lives, a project that has already changed lives. And we're at the very beginning. And for those who say, well, Brandon, I wish I got started when you did back in July and August, when the token was $1. Is it too late now? No. And not only is it not too late, but we're about to do it all over again with the relaunch of our brand with MoveQuest that's going to have even more features than the GetFit mining app had. Where this weekend, we introduced you to the new Web3 website, not getfitmining.com, but on the MoveQuest side, that is now easier to even onboard those who have never been involved in crypto before. But before I get into all of that, let's get back to the basics, the reasoning. What problem is this project attempting to solve? It's health and wellness. Health and wellness. I've been in the direct selling space for 25 years. I made a name for myself in the digital space. But I also did very well in health and wellness. I was even the vice president of sales and marketing for 2 health and wellness companies. And what are some of the health facts that you may or may not be aware of? Well, the fact that heart disease and cancer are the top two causes of death in America. 67.5% of American adults are overweight or obese. 97% of Americans are failing to meet ideal healthy lifestyle criteria that can protect their hearts. Tobacco use, poor nutrition, physical inactivity, and excessive alcohol use are top reasons for disease in America. And most people don't pay attention to this until after the fact, until after they've been diagnosed, until after that hospital visit, until they got to pay that doctor's bill. I think I need to pay attention. And I'm not immune to that. I only start paying attention really because I turned 48 years old this year. And the older I get, I'm looking at my friends and family members that have a host of health problems. So the health and wellness industry that as old as time has been around to address these. And they always use gimmicks and celebrity endorsers and new weight loss regimens and equipment to try to motivate you to get healthy. But the real problem is not these issues. The problem is that word, motivation or lack thereof. Most people are not motivated to do the things necessary that can prevent these health challenges. More than 70% of Americans are obese. That number shocked me. But then I can just go outside and look. You go to the beach and look. It's not like it was decades ago. More than 70% of Americans are obese. Our lifestyles have led to this. So if you have a company project or program that can challenge that, the motivation, you will have a winner. We're coming up on the end of the year, New Year's resolution. What are the top two things people ask about? I want to lose more weight and I want to make more money. Those are the top two things. Let me show you how we can combine that. Take a look at this.
Tired of shelling out money for gym memberships you hardly ever use? Fed up with fad diets and quick fixes that never seem to deliver? We know the feeling, but what if there was a way to spend less and achieve more, much more, than you've ever dreamed possible? Get Fit Mining, the revolutionary platform that pays you to get fit. Imagine earning cold, hard crypto just for building those buns of steel or carving out that six-pack. With Get Fit Mining, every step you take is not just towards a healthier you, but also towards financial freedom. Forget those hefty gym fees or that pantry stuffed with diet foods. Motivate yourself to be the best version of yourself and start building your retirement at the same time. What if what you mine today could change your tomorrow just doing what you are already doing but intensifying it? Picture this, the best fit version of yourself, traveling the world, driving that luxury car you've always dreamed of. All of this is possible with Get Fit Mining. Here's how it works. Strap on your favorite fitness tracker and start earning crypto for your everyday activities like walking, running, or cycling. The more you move, the more you earn. Our app syncs with your lifestyle. It tracks your progress and mines cryptocurrency while you exercise. It's like mining money while melting calories. Say hello to real-time rewards paid instantly. Achieve your fitness goals and watch your digital wallet grow. Connect with fellow fitness enthusiasts, challenge each other, and share your achievements. With each referral, boost your earnings and your fitness motivation. Join the movement that's reshaping what it means to be fit and financially savvy. Why put off feeling good and living well? The time is now, and Get Fit Mining is your gateway. Ready to make a move? Let's turn those fitness dreams into your financial reality. Jump on board and let Get Fit Mining guide you to a richer, healthier life. It's the future of fitness, and it's here now with Get Fit Mining. So why wait? It's time to turn those workouts into wealth. Download the Get Fit Mining app today and start your journey towards fitness and financial freedom. Remember, every step counts, every workout matters. With Get Fit Mining, you're not just getting fit, you're getting rewarded. It's fitness revolutionized. It's time to get fit, get rewarded, and start building your future one step at a time. See you on the healthier side of life.
See you on the healthier side of life. I mean, are there benefits to walking? Did you know that just 30 minutes every day can increase cardiovascular fitness, strengthens your bones, reduce excess body fat, and boost muscle power and endurance? You reduce your risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, and some cancers. Physical activity may help to prevent or manage heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure. And adults who sit less and do any amount of moderate to vigorous physical activity gain some health benefits. So there you have it. I mean, you want to get in better shape, you want to have a healthier lifestyle, just move more. But people don't do it. Why? Because we're not motivated to do it. But what if you were incentivized to do it? Like this. What if we could turn your physical activity into an income stream? So now that you're moving, you're being rewarded for doing that activity. Do you think you're going to do more of it? And if you do more of it, what's the result of you doing more of it? Well, I'll tell you, for me, I've lost almost a little more than 20 pounds since I've been a part of Get Fit Mining. That wasn't my goal. My goal wasn't, oh yeah, I know I needed to lose some weight, but that wasn't the goal. The goal was, I'm trying to make some money. And in the process of me wanting to make some money, I lost weight. That's a win-win situation. And how? Well, this is the easy part. I don't have to teach you how to buy or the need for you to have a cell phone. You already do. Everybody has a cell phone. I watched my little cousins when they were 2, 3 years old. They knew they couldn't talk. They knew how to use a cell phone. They knew how to swipe and play those games and Baby Shark and whatnot. Everybody has a cell phone. But what you may not have known is that every single modern phone has physical trackers on them. They're tracking everything that you do, everywhere you go. I didn't realize this maybe about 10 years ago. I was traveling a lot, and Google sent me this. They said this update. I was like, what is this? I clicked on it, and it actually had a record of everywhere I went, every city, how long I was in that city, addresses of where I stopped. I was like, what the hell? I didn't give it permission to do this. Now, it's not like I was hiding anything. I'm just saying it's tracking me. So your phones, if you've got Health Connect, if you've got or Android or Apple, Health Connect and Apple Health is tracking all of your stuff. They're even listening to you. Have you ever wondered why all of a sudden you go on social media and you see advertisements on things like, wait a minute, I was just thinking about that. Is it reading my thoughts? They're listening to you. They're not called smartphones for nothing. So all Get Fit Mining or MoveQuest is doing is an app that you download onto your phone at no cost. This app is not recording your physical data. I want this point to be clear. People think, yeah, now that I downloaded the app, my phone's recording my data. No. This app is connecting to the apps already on your phone that is recording your data. So whether you have MoveQuest or not, your phone is still recording your data. All MoveQuest app does is takes that data, translates it into a digital hash through our miners, sends it to the blockchain, and rewards you in a digital token called MQT, a token that has value, a token that is already on the market. There's only 2 ways you can get this token. You can go and buy it right now. At last I looked, $21 a coin, or you can be a part of MoveQuest, purchase miners, and earn it every single day. That's the only 2 ways you can get it. This is what we call proof of physical activity. Now, there have been other move to earn apps on the market. Have you heard of Sweatcoin? I have Sweatcoin on my phone. In fact, this is my screenshot. I've been using Sweatcoin since 2022. Very cool. It's like they want to gamify your exercising experience. That's the whole point. It rewards you for your physical activity. However, since 2022, I have done millions of steps. I have earned, according to this, 3,705 sweat coins. Do you know what that is worth if I wanted to cash it out? I still don't even know how to cash it out. It's worth $25. Are you kidding me? After 3 years, millions of steps, $25. And they have millions of users, so they're not the only one. Step-In as well. Now, these are centralized companies that have very restrictive feature sets, and they're limited to what you can do. Only counting your steps outside, with the GPS. MoveQuest is decentralized. There is no monthly subscription fee. And you're being rewarded for your distance, your steps, your calories, your workouts, and your sleep. And unlike Sweatcoin that has advertisers, there is no advertisers. See, this is where they're making their money. There's no advertisers on MoveQuest yet. I'm not closing the door on that. I don't know what the long-term plans Lynette may have that would be smart to have that. But if we talk about sleep, aren't there benefits to sleeping? Yeah. Getting 7 to 9 hours sleep a night keeps your heart healthy, reduces stress, and helps keep blood sugar consistent. It lowers your risk for serious health problems like diabetes and heart disease. It reduces stress, improves your mood, and allows you to think more clearly. It helps to prevent inflammation and control weight. Well, back on to sleep for a second. How many of you are getting a good night's sleep? Voluntarily or involuntarily? See, one of the things when I used to work a 9-to-5 job, and this is Thanksgiving week, so one of the things I'm grateful for is the day I fired my boss 12 years ago. The ability to wake up when I'm finished sleeping. I said, when I work for myself, I'm going to sleep all day. That was the goal. It didn't happen like that. I realized that when I work for myself, I work harder for me than I did ever on a job. I just didn't have to wake up and go into rush hour traffic at 5 a.m. before the sun came up. But now, being self-employed, I average between 4.5 and 5 hours sleep a night and a good hour nap in the afternoon. Since I've been a part of MoveQuest, I've been averaging 6.5 to 8 hours sleep a night. Now, why am I getting that extra sleep? Is it because I want these sleep benefits? I'd be lying if I said yes. That's not the case. It should be. But no, I'm getting the extra sleep because I'm getting paid to sleep. Who would like to get paid, not while you sleep, getting paid for sleeping? And not just sleeping. We're getting credit and paid for all of our steps, all of our distance, our workouts, our calories, and our sleep, not managed by a central company or corporation, but by a smart contract. A smart contract is decentralized. There's no company headquarters. There's no signing up with my email address and name and telephone number and KYC. You only sign up with your wallet. It's on the blockchain. It's anonymous, which means that there's more money in the pool for everybody than profit going to a company. But there are programs in this smart contract that limit what you can do as far as your physical activity. We don't want you going out there thinking that you're Michael Phelps, Usain Bolt, Simone Biles, and killing yourself trying to make some money. So you're limited to 20,000 steps a day that you can be rewarded for, 10 miles, max miles moving, 2 hours max workout time. And again, I still see a lot of people doing this. When you're out and about and you're moving around, make sure you click on your watch or your phone and turn on your workouts. Just because you're moving around is not, you have to physically hit the workout button. So 2 hours max workout time, 2,000 to 4,000 calories burned, and a max of 8 hours sleep. That's a max. I got 9 hours sleep actually last night. I fell asleep early, like at 10 o'clock. I was disappointed that the Eagles beat up on my Rams last night and turned the TV off mad and went to sleep. But 8 hours max sleep time. Now, getting started with MoveQuest is one, you have a phone. You already do. Fitness trackers on your phone are optional, like your watches. Your watches are optional. I advise it. If you have an Android, I advise getting the Fitbit. If you have an iPhone, I advise getting the iPhone smartwatch because it tracks more data and you don't have to carry your phone with you everywhere you go. The Android phones will have Health Connect on them. If it doesn't, you can download Health Connect. The older phones, you're going to have to download Health Connect, but the newer ones already comes with it. The iPhones already have Apple Health on it. Now the magic happens. You need to purchase some miners. What? Why? Because we're actually mining for the tokens. Think of Bitcoin. And I talked about this in Crypto Talk this morning. The only way in the early days for you to get Bitcoin is because it was a reward for the miners, which meant somebody had to take their time, and time is money. Especially for me, time is money. Then they have to purchase hardware. Then they have to program the software for it. Then they have to pay the electricity. And what are they doing? Hey, we just finished the 5-day challenge. You guys were in the 5-day challenge. We went over in detail what the blockchain was. So every 10 minutes, when a block is created, 3.125 Bitcoin is released as a reward. Bitcoin is not just created out of thin air. Activity has to be done. That's why it's called proof of work. And there's more than 1 million miners out there competing for, what was that number we said in Crypto Talk this morning, guys? What was it 240 or 500 and something Bitcoin a day that's being released? I forgot that number. Bitcoin Mike, you remember that number? What is that number? Marnie, do you remember what that number was? But anyways, all the millions of miners is competing to get those Bitcoin. Now, when you started mining in the early days, people were getting thousands of Bitcoin. The very first purchase of 10,000 Bitcoin was 2 pieces. Thank you. Stan was paying attention. 450 Bitcoin a day is being released. Back in the day, it used to be thousands of Bitcoin a day were being released. But it was only worth pennies and dollars in those early days. Those Bitcoin today, for those 2 pizzas, is worth almost $1 billion. So it pays to be there early. And where we are right now, we're early. There's less than 6,000 people right now doing what we want to call mining. There's 2,500 MQT that's being released every day. The difference here is you don't have to pay the electricity to power these miners. Your physical activity is what's powering the miner. So for Bitcoin, it's proof of work. For MQT, it's proof of physical activity. See how that works? You purchase your miners, you put them on the mining dock, and the more mining power you have, the more MQT you're going to receive. I just did a 10-day claim this morning, and I received more than 15 MQT. Now, any activity is getting you paid. From walking outside, inside, running, jogging, hiking, riding your bike, walking your dog, going to the grocery store. Don't you walk up and down the aisles pushing your cart? What if you go on a vacation? Are you walking up and down the beach, or are you just sitting in your hotel room 24/7? What about doing yard work on a Saturday morning, or cleaning your house, inside moving around? What about sitting on your couch watching the football game and jumping up and waving your arms because you're excited about a touchdown or a field goal, and you got to watch on your arm? Like CJ, that you see him always doing this. What do you think he's doing? Probably got 4 watches on right now. Yeah, he does. See, any activity is getting you paid. The more activity you have, the higher your earnings. So when you get started, and we might have to redo this a little bit. This concept's still the same because we just launched the new Web3. Well, it's the dev side of it, but it's workable. You can use it. But you're going to download the MetaMask wallet, and you need to purchase AVAX. So again, there is a learning curve here. This is your very first time dealing with crypto, which a lot of people it is. They only get in crypto because they were getting it part of an opportunity. So we recommend you having a MetaMask wallet. You need to purchase AVAX tokens. You're going to convert those AVAX into MQT. Now, this is where we create actual utility for the token. Do you know more than 90% of the tokens on the crypto market, more than 15,000 tokens, have no utility, no real use case to them? They're a joke. Literally. Dogecoin, which everybody's talking about because the government in America is creating a Doge department for Elon Musk. That token was created as a joke. There's no real use case to it other than Elon Musk likes it and promotes it. This token has real utility. because you can't purchase the miners unless you use MQT. So we've developed our own self-use utility for the token, our own demand. You have to think, if any token out there, is there a demand for it? Why? We have demand for the token because you can't mine without getting the tokens. You're going to get your invite code from the person who invited you. You're going to go to our website, connect your wallet to it. You're going to purchase your miners, unlock your mining dot slots. You're going to have up to 8 miners working for you at any given time. Download the MoveQuest app. And those of you that kept asking this question all weekend, how do I get the new MoveQuest app? Well, one, it hasn't been released yet. So when it is, you'll see a notification when you log into your Get Fit app, and it'll give you instructions on what to do next. And then you're just going to start moving. And the more you move, the more you're going to earn from your physical activity. Now, here's a key thing for those that are skeptical in the crypto space, rightfully so. I mean, I can probably guarantee every single one of you that has been involved in crypto one way or another has lost money on crypto projects. Projects that are promising you to get rich. Projects that are guaranteeing that you're going to make 3% a day, 13% a month. Projects that say, trust us, we got you, only for them to be shut down by the government, to be a scam outright, or for the CEOs of the projects of these companies to get cold feet and pull a rug pull and run off with everybody's money. These are centralized projects. One of the biggest failures is not even the company themselves, but the people, because these companies need to raise funds to get started. So they have seed money, and they have those who get started early get to purchase tokens cheap. And then as soon as they launch and the token price goes up, what's the first thing that those people do? They sell for a profit, which makes the market crash down. From the outside, it looks like a pump and dump. So outside, people say, why do I want to purchase that coin? It looks like it's a pump and dump. And then the people inside of the company are screaming for the company, why is the token price so low? Make it go back up, when they're the ones who caused it to go low in the first place. And then the company people, instead of them injecting liquidity that they earned to help the token price, they say, nah, this project failed. Let's run off with the money. We're done. And this happens over and over and over again. What sets this project apart is that it is programmed to have a self-sustaining ecosystem. There was no seed money or investor money to get this project started. The creator put almost $3 million of her own money into creating this project. There was no pump and dump scenario. Even the people who got in early and as soon as the price went up started to sell, the smart contract kicks in and stabilizes the price. You still have sustained supply and demand. The smart contract is not designed to make the token go up. It's designed so that the project doesn't crash and burn. And it sustains based on the size of the community. Right now, based on our current size, if every single person were to sell, it would stabilize the token price at about $8.69, which is $7 higher than it was at launch. I have never, ever seen a project do this. It should have failed 3 months ago. I've never seen it, especially being this early on with a small community of people who's trying to make money today. Not looking like, I got to keep it real. You guys ain't looking long term. You trying to, hey, Christmas is coming up. How do I know that? You already sold $15 million in 4 months. Do you know what the price of MQT will be right now? If just half of that wasn't sold, it would be over a $200 token. If half of that wasn't sold. But that's okay. The project is designed to sustain in a sell pressure. How? Well, this is not a company that is collecting profit. It's not like, how do you think Binance, Gemini, FTX, Terra Luna, all these companies, Coinbase, they became billionaires in a few short years. They're centralized. And being centralized, they're in business to make a profit. So they keep their profit or all the fees. But if you have a decentralized company that's not taking profits, 90% of that is going right back into the ecosystem to purchase MQT tokens and remove them from the market. Not burn, it removes them and goes into a vault that don't come back into another 40 years. So this is not a get rich quick thing. This is long-term thinking. 40 years from now, I'll be in my 90s if I'm still around. 40 years. Every time you purchase your miners or you're evolving, you upgrade your miners, you submit your proof of physical activity, you claim your mining rewards, you unlock your mining dot slots, you create challenges and events, and you lease your miners. This is all being done on the blockchain, not a company. So that means you're paying transaction fees on the blockchain, and 90% of those fees goes right back into the ecosystem. This has never been done before. So to get started, you get started by purchasing a miner. Now, the miner, I need to update this because we're changing the names on the MoveQuest side, but the first miner is a Lenny. You don't need $50,000 to get started. You don't need, $10,000, $5,000, $50. $50, and this miner is going to get you 50% mining power. Now, do you think there's a difference between somebody attempting to mine Bitcoin with the laptop from home and somebody down the street that has a factory full of ASIC miners? Do you think there's going to be a difference in the reward? Yes. So Lenny's is where you start, but Lenny is not where you want to end. You can upgrade and evolve your miners to primary, ultra, alpha, and omega. And I don't have the new miner names memorized just yet. I'll have that in the slide coming this past week. But the Omega miner is giving you 400% mining power. I think the new name is going to be Titan for Omega. 400% mining power. You can have up to 8 of them working for you. So you can start where you can afford to start. Upgrade when you want to. One of the key things on the new Web3 app is that you don't have to upgrade to Lenny to a primary, and then primary to ultra, and then ultra to alpha. You can go straight from Lenny to Omega in one fell swoop. So we've made it much, much easier and streamlined it. Now, has anybody claimed? I already said $15 million has been claimed, but here's how. Here's proof of Miss Casa doing a 10-day claim. Take a look at this.
Grand beautiful risings, babies, and happy thriving Thursday. It's your girl, the Queen Connectress, and I am back because we are talking about Get Fit Mining, and for me, documentation beats conversation. So I am going to show you how easy it is for you to get paid off of your physical activity and your sleep. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up my MetaMask wallet and let you guys see that right now I have 1.35 MQT in my MetaMask wallet. So then now I'm going to go to my Get Fit Mining app. And as you guys can see, every day, your steps, your miles, your calories, your workout, and your sleep, all that data is put into the Get Fit Mining app. The app turns that data into a hash and puts it on the blockchain, and that's how we're able to get paid for our physical activity and our sleep. Now, every day you have to get up and submit your data. When you submit your data, it shows up as a line of information right here on the bottom. Now, every day you can claim each line of information in order to be rewarded your MQT. I like to wait for 10 days, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and claim my 10 days of data. I am going to submit that information. As you see, it says transaction in progress. And now my data has been claimed successfully. The MQT that I am rewarded from my physical activity and my sleep now shows up in my MetaMask wallet. So I'm going to go over there to MetaMask. Oops, let's do that again. There we go. And now you guys can see that I received 10.5, I think, MQT for the last 10 days. So like I said, you guys, you get paid instantly for your physical activity and your sleep. It all depends on when you want to claim your activity and when you decide to sell, how much you will actually make. All right, you guys have a wonderful day, and you keep being healthy, active, and beautiful. I'll see you soon. Peace.
Now, that last part she just said right there, how much you make is depending on when you decide to sell. She received 10.5 MQT, and based on those numbers, she was not, what's the word, maximizing her daily activity. 10.5 MQT times $21 right now, if she decided to sell it right now. What if she sold it when it goes to $75 or 200? Just like the pizza guy from Bitcoin. What if he decided to hold those 10,000 Bitcoin for 14 years and then sell it now at $95,000 a coin rather than selling it at like $6 a coin or 60 cents a coin? I think it was at 60 cents a coin when he sold that. Well, where do you think it would be? You would be. So let me show you some more new numbers. I've never done this on a presentation yet, but how much money can you make? That's what people want to know. How much money can I make, and what is it going to cost me? Well, there is no monthly subscription fee, but there is a fee on your daily submissions and your claims because you're doing this on the blockchain, straight to your wallet. There is no website that you have to claim or withdraw your money to and ask for permission. There is no asking for permission. When companies have that, they can decide not to give it to you. Here, everything is already on the blockchain. When you hit the claim button, you're just executing a command to move your MQT from the smart contract wallet into yours that you've already earned. The system can't, Lynette, Waleed, nobody can stop that and say, I don't think you deserve to get it. It's yours. So here's the cost, and I'm going to speak on two things, and I'm taking more time this morning because of this weekend's information. So we're going to talk about the lowest miner, the Lennies, and the biggest miner, the Omegas. If you were to have 8 Lennies working for you and you're maximizing, your monthly cost is going to be $15.74 a month. Okay? You're going to be claiming 3 times a month if you're doing 10 days. So if the token price is $9 a coin, which is more than half where it is right now, every month, you're now in $11 profit per month. Lenny is our lowest miner at $50 per miner. So you need to have 8 of them. Your monthly profit at a $9 token price is $11. Why do I share that? Because where the size of the community is, the amount of liquidity that we have, even if every single person were to sell, we're looking at about an $8.69 token price, rock bottom. Okay? So this is the lowest of the low. This is why I always like to know what the lowest of the low is. What happens if you have 8 Omegas? What is your cost per month? $126 in submissions fees. Then you're looking at, after you take off this submission fees, you're $279 in month in profit, $3,348 for the year at a $9 price. What if the token is at $25, which we just saw just a couple of days ago, right? 21 right now. If you had those same 8 Lennies, the submissions cost is the same. The only thing that changed was the value of the token. Your monthly profit will be $59 a month with the lowest miners, 8 miners, $711 per year. That's extra money off of your own physical activity. If you had 8 Omegas at a $25 price, you're now looking at $999 a month for 8 Omegas. $999 a month, $11,988 a year. Let me ask you a question. On top of whatever you're currently earning right now, could an extra $999 a month help anybody out? That's at a $25 MQT price. What about a $80 MQT price? Well, the Lenny is now $224 a month profit. 8 Lennies. Now, I'm not showing numbers that is speculation because we already reached an $80 price. In fact, MQT got to $125. So I am being conservative here on showing real numbers, not what we hope it's going to be. This has already happened. That's $224 a month after your expenses. If you had 8 Omegas, that's $3,474 a month. Could that help? That's almost a full-time income for a lot of people. That's good money in America. What do you think that's in other countries? Kazakhstan, India, South America, countries in Africa. $3,474 a month without having to recruit, without having to sell a physical product or an item. Only your own physical activity that you don't even have to tell people that you're doing. Do you think you'll be more physically active? And if you're more physically active, are you getting in better shape? $3,348 or $47 a month at an $80 price. Now let me speculate with you. What happens if the price goes to $200 a coin? 500, 1,000. There's only going to be 21 million tokens in circulation like Bitcoin. There's only 300,000 in circulation right now. What do you think is going to happen? We're talking $41,000 a year profit. But what if you're like CJ and you have more than one device? He's got 4 that you see. What's 4 times $3,474? This has already happened. In fact, there was a time people was crying that the token price went down to $80, and people were crying about that. It's crypto. Coming soon is going to be the ability to lease your miners, which means that some point the miners are going to be more expensive than they are right now, and people won't be able to afford them. But you can lease them, and when you lease them, you set the leasing price. That's market conditions. So they lease your miner. They're going to submit their proof of physical activity. They're going to claim their mining rewards. They can save up their tokens and earn enough money to buy their own miners, but you get to claim the leasing fee. The leasing thing, I had an aha moment about a week and a half ago. This Wednesday for my inner circle, right after Marnita does the Wednesday presentation, I'm going to have our inner circle meeting, MoveQuest meeting. I've already figured out a strategy based on the information that we have, where I have a goal to making sure that every single person in my inner circle is earning at least $2,500 to $5,000 a month based off the leasing alone. But you got to be in my inner circle to get that information. That's going to be on Wednesday. But this is huge. So next, what you want to do is get back to the person who invited you. Let them know whether you're in or out. If you're not in, you say, I say this, Brandon, but it's not for me. All right. At least thank you for taking time out of your schedule and hearing what this is about so that you can make the decision to say no. It's one thing to say no out of ignorance because you don't know what's going on, but at least you now know what's going on and you still say no. But I'm leaving you with this. When you leave here today, you're still going to be physically active because you're moving around. Better yet, you're going to go to sleep tonight and God willing, wake up tomorrow morning. You're just choosing not to get paid. Your phone is recording all of your data anyway. You choose not to get paid. And soon I'm going to be very active on social media, running my mouth, especially when I see people taking selfies of themselves in the gym and doing all this working out and not getting paid for it. I'm just saying. If this is for you, then definitely get back to the person who invited you, and they're going to give you the information on how to get set up. We have an information page called walktowealth.info. Is that the one, Marnita? Walktowealth.info. You type that in the chat box. There's no signing up on that website. It's strictly an information page, and we're waiting for the app to drop, and then we're going to update all the information on that page for tutorials. How do I buy the tokens? We're going to have, and we're still looking for your testimonial videos. Anybody that has a testimonial video, we're going to put you up on the site. I think we only have 2 on there right now, 2 or 3. But we're going to be working on that and loading it up with information. So one place people can go to get all the help and stuff and that they need on that site to get you plugged in. You're not alone. I do tell you this too. You're an adult. So as an adult and you are putting your time and money into a project, it is your responsibility to get plugged in to find out what's going on. It is not your sponsor's responsibility to send you emails and texts making sure you get the information. I am available almost every day. With my crypto talks and the presentations and trainings, I am live sharing information 6 days a week. I'm not hard to find. So you've got to take the time to get yourself plugged in to get the information. Have a notebook, write everything down. We also have customer support in place 5 days a week from 10 a.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern for those that need their handheld on a more professional way. And as soon as the app drops, Herschel will be back on his 2 p.m. Eastern trainings to answer Q&A like he was always doing before. So nobody has an excuse for not knowing what's going on or getting plugged in. We've got it for you. Again, as a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and I cannot guarantee exactly what you're going to make because there's 3 main factors in place here. Factor number 1, I don't know how physically active you are. You can say one thing all day long, but if you're sitting on the couch watching Monday Night Football, drinking a beer and never moving, you got 600 steps for the day. I never forget, though, I rarely get upset. But one individual was hounding me for my time. I charged $250 an hour for my time, hounding me for my time. Refused to get on customer support or any other help, wanted me to walk them through it. So I get on with them for 45 minutes. This person's basically wondering how come they're not rich after a week, after their first 10-day claim. And 2 things happened in this call. 1, this person was averaging about 1,500 to 2,000 steps a day, 0 workout time, and only had 2 Lennies. Spent $100 and expected to be rich in a week. That pissed me off. All right. But I don't know how physically active you're going to be. I also don't know how many miners you're going to have working for you. There's a difference between somebody having 1 Lenny and somebody having 8 Omegas. You can have a mixture of both. I didn't start off with, at the time it was 7. I didn't start off with 7 Omegas. I started off with 7 Alphas. And then I used the money that I was earning and worked my way up. So you start off where now looking back, I regret doing that because I could have afforded to have done more. But I did not believe this project was going to work. So I'm conservative when it comes to crypto. I don't go all in on a project just because of the hype and excitement of it. I got lessons. You guys, we just did the 5-day challenge. I cover my rules of engagement. Only use money you can afford to lose. You know, I act as if the project's going to fail by 90%. I believe that this was going to fail by 80%. It wasn't that I didn't have belief in the smart contract. I didn't have belief that the community was going to do what needed to be done to make this a success. Because it's got to start from somewhere. Everything looks good on paper, but does it look good in real life action? And I was wrong and I regret. If I can go back, I would do things a whole lot differently. One of my guys that I even shared this with did do something differently, Matthew Ramos. I mean, he was pulling, I don't know, like 200, 300, 400 MQT every few days. I was slipping. I wish I could go back and do it different, but I can't. The second thing I don't know, again, I don't know how many miners you're going to have working for you. And the third is, I don't know when you decide to sell your tokens. Are you going to be the pizza guy? Sell 10,000 Bitcoin for 10 pizzas or 2 pizzas, or wait a couple of years and now it's worth $1 billion? I don't know. When are you going to sell your MQT? I remember in the early days, MQT got to $4.90. Everybody was ecstatic. And then it dropped. And when it got to the $2.70 range, people started panicking. And I saw people selling 800 MQT, 1,000 MQT for $2.70. What? I see it now. I see people selling 400, 500 MQT for 18 bucks. Are you crazy? Now, I can't guarantee what it's going to be in the future. But what I do know is that as the size of this community grows, and it will, like I said, you guys in my inner circle, we're going to talk about this again on Wednesday because I got a plan. And it will grow. The value of the token's going to rise. We're in this for the long term. This is not get rich quick. And then as a health advisor, I can't, you got to know your own body. You don't want you to have a heart attacks out there because you're trying to get 20,000 steps in and your body's only used to you walking 1,000 steps a day. Take it slow. I did not, because we got started at the end of March. April, May, June, I think I only maxed out 2 or 3 times in 3 months. I was doing less than half. Since we got started with AVAX chain, I max out almost every day. But I worked myself up to that point, and we're making a whole lot more money. Now, I forgot to do it, and I have it. The new MoveQuest, well, I'll show this video, but we do have a new video that Lynette played it on this weekend. All right. Next time I do a presentation, I'll have the new teaser presentation. And after the app drops, I'm going to record another presentation. I have one that's a 12-minute long presentation that you can share. It's on the Move to Earn .info site, but that's geared towards GetFit Mining, the old system. I'm going to record another one just for MoveQuest with the new slides. So I'm waiting till we have all the information. So I only have to do it one time for you guys to use and to share. Now, the growth of this community or this project is based on us. So if every single one of us just shared with 2 people to get started, we double the size of our community, MoveQuest coin explodes. We have that in our hands. It's not, Lynette, when's the price going up? She can't do anything about that. That's us helping to grow and build the community. So the next presentation will be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific with Herschel Crow and Ken Francis. And also Lynette will be on there for an update. And that will be on jointhemovementum.com. Jointhemovementum.com. The only thing happening today is I'm doing a 5-day challenge recap call tonight. And they'll be streaming live on my YouTube channel. But that's at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. And I'll be sharing my story from where I came from all the way up to the MoveQuest. So that's going to be tonight. But tomorrow's night's the next presentation. Then the next one that we do will be done by Miss Marnita Casa on Wednesday at same time as this one. And then the next one I do after that will be on Saturday. So we've got all week, and then there'll be a Thursday night presentation. So there's always going to be a live presentation every day this week you can plug into, plus the recorded ones you can always go back to and use for your reference. I think this is going to be a very, very big week. And as this is Thanksgiving, I'll say the same thing I said to my inner circle. I said a lot of times in life, especially at this time, we're getting close to or Christmas, that we're not happy with how the year went. We're reflecting on the year. We didn't achieve our goals. I mean, money is getting tight. We got to pay our bills. You got Christmas coming up. And you don't feel as an adult, you remember the days as a kid. It was an exciting time, Christmas. But as an adult, it gets a little bit more taxing, a little bit more challenging, and you get a little bit more depressing. Really take the time to think about the things that you are grateful for what you have right now. There are a lot of things. We're always looking for the next, but God made us and got us to this point. And we're still woke up this morning breathing, which means we've got the energy, we've got another opportunity to make the next day what we want it to be. And you now are sitting in a vehicle that can make your financial issues go away if you work it the right way. Just your own physical activity, without you having to sell anything, without you having to recruit and build a huge team in an organization. You can do it upon yourself to make something happen, and you have the opportunity and a chance with this. This isn't going away. It's only going to get better, especially with all of our collective efforts. So take the time to focus on what you are grateful for, what you are thankful for. I'm thankful for all of you and this community. This cannot happen. This project cannot succeed without the community. So I'm grateful for all of you, and I'm willing to work as hard as I possibly can to support as many of you as I can, because we all win when you win, and we lose when you lose. So we can drag a horse to water, but we can't make that horse drink it. That's going to be up to you. So with that, enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll see you on the Tuesday presentation tomorrow night. And my inner circle guys, you don't want to miss the MoveQuest call I'm going to do on Wednesday. Like I said, I've got a goal. 100 to 500 people making $5,000 a month from MoveQuest. I have a strategy on how to make that happen. So with that, take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Ms. Casa, for being our hostess. Let's get to moving and let's get to sharing. Take care. Bye-bye.